All right, guys, Fula coming to you with another video. This is going to be a twofold video because if you know me, you know that I love athletics. You know that I love track and field. You know that, when when COVID allows the use of facilities, I will be back to coaching kids, because at the end of the day, there's nothing I like more than seeing a kid medal because of the work we put in. You know what I mean? Although I do boxing, running is a part of boxing. You need to run in order to have cardio, in order to last rounds. Since right now I'm sparring like I'm sparring like right now we're up to 15 rounds basically of sparring, nonstop. So you definitely need win for that. Now, what I want to go over though is part track and field and also part why Black American women will never get approached by me, and also why it's in a Black American male's interest. And I can't speak for Black American males because I'm African, but at the same time I'm Black like them. So what I want to say, it is in their interest not to approach them either. But let's continue and let's just break this down. Let's just break it down.
Trials. Her fans been doing all this talking. I said these Jamaican girls is no joke. They go
Because look, the thing is about Sha'Carri Richardson, is she talks so much shit. That's the problem. If she didn't talk so much shit and she just stayed down and worked, then there would be no problem. But the problem is she talks all this shit. You know what I mean? Instead of just staying down and working, instead of showing humility. Believe it or not, although, I don't know, they sling this term around, big dick energy, they sling that term around. Although niggas have big dick energy, niggas really like humility. That's what they like. Even when you're excelling in your field of sports, whatever your field is, even if you're excelling in it, usually you're gonna have a sense of humility, especially when you lose in it. You know what I mean? But even when you win, you're gonna still have some form of humility. But let's get to it.
right there in the middle. Always you put right in between them Jamaican girls. Let's go.
Richardson said she didn't think that she would be nervous coming to this race, but wants to perform well, and she is sandwiched between the two greatest Jamaican sprinters ever.
It doesn't matter even if she was on the outside of the Jamaican sprinters or on the inside of the Jamaican sprinters. The bottom line is you got to run your race. They're not running the race for you. You got to run your own race. So it doesn't matter where she was at in the blocks. Okay. Well, let's start.
And arguably two of the best ever. So
let's see what you got, Sha'Carri.
Starts. Two 10-6s versus all these 10-7s. Never happened before in history.
Women's 100.
Oh my God.
I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to tell you what happened from the jump that made her lose the race. I'm going to tell you what made her lose the race right away. This is how she got dusted. Number one, her start was trash, okay? She had a crappy start. That was a bad start, okay? Number two, let me rewind this. Let me show y'all something. She rose up too quick. That's the main thing. She did not stay in her dry phase long enough. And by the time she rose up too quick, which means that she wasn't able to build enough momentum she didn't accelerate, basically. But let's see. They had a hell of a start. That's for sure. I'm going to tell y'all something. With my coach, he gave my fists monikers. He calls them Hammer and Jack because they're fast and they pack a lot of power. And the reason why they pack a lot of power It's because my diet consists of the African food and the Caribbean food. And I guarantee you that these Jamaican sisters right here are powered by the yam and the sweet potato and the dumplings and the like thereof. But let's look at this again.
And arguably two of the best ever. So
Let's see what you got, Sha'Carri.
starts. Two 10-6s versus all these 10-7s never happened before in history.
Women's 100.
Oh my God. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my God.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. The reason why Elaine Thompson ran that race so good is, number one, she was smooth. She didn't try to run fast. I don't want to let out all my secrets in regards to sports, but if you like force something, then chances are it's not going to happen. Okay? Because of the simple fact that your body's going to tense up. Your body is going to possibly get hurt. You know, that's a possibility that you may get hurt. Also, the thing is that the one thing that the Jamaicans did that Sha'Carri didn't do is they lean. They had a little bit of a forward lean. And Sha'Carri ran straight up, which made her get butt naked last, because she was running straight up and she was muscling the race. She wasn't letting it flow. She wasn't letting it be smooth and what have you. Now, one thing I want to say too, is there something going around that Sha'Carri is actually of Jamaican heritage? I don't believe that for a second. I think that's cap. I think that honestly, this was just made up, basically, because usually when for example, when the American is of when an American track athlete is of a different background, it's usually mentioned. Like, you have the Southern Sudanese girl, Ating Mu. You can tell she's of a different background, of course. You have Rai Benjamin. He's from Antigua. You have you had Natasha Hastings, who's actually bomb as hell. She was from Trinidad, I think, in Jamaica, and she let that be known. She let it be known that she was from there. You had this other guy, he's a 400 hurdler. I think his name was Clement. I think he was from Trinidad. You had, I think her name was Sandra Ross. She let it be known she was from Jamaica. Some people are capping, saying that Sha'Carri is from Jamaica. Now, granted, don't get me wrong. There are some Jamaicans who have adopted that Western mentality, the Western woman mentality. Don't get it twisted, okay? But not all of them have adopted it, as you can see. But let's continue.
10.54. That is the second fastest time ever. Only Flojo has run better. And
Now look at how calm she is. Look at how calm Elaine Thompson is, just chilling, relaxing, as if she just jogged I think, yeah, she ran 10.5. She's acting like she just jogged a 10.5, basically. You know what I mean? And that's pretty remarkable for a woman. You know what I mean? To jog that time, do a 10.5. That's very remarkable, you know. So, with that being said, the only thing I would question about Elaine, this is the only thing I have a question about, and I'm not trying to make accusations, but, you know, at one time she had braces. And so I'm just wondering, okay, why does she have braces this late in the game? And usually when people have braces, like Carl Lewis and stuff like that, That's because of growth hormones. Now, I'm not saying that she's guilty. I'm not saying that. I just question it. You know what I mean? But as you see, she ran it pretty nicely. Kudos to her.
That girl is no joke. Sha'Carri, what happened?
So here is Elaine Thompson-Herah. She got third at the Jamaican Olympic trials. She has been on a tear. Her coach said she's in the shape of her life, and she has proven
Look at that, look at that.
no contest at
Oh my.
and no contest here.
No contest at all.
It's Elaine
Drive first.
Thompson-Herah
Sha'Carri
of
running straight
Jamaica.
up
And her
already.
countrywoman did a good job
Getting
as
her
well.
ass whooped.
1073
Getting
for
her
Shelly
relaxed.
Price.
Oh my
76 for Sharika Jackson. Look at the reaction of
Look
the
how beastie she is.
Another personal best for her in 2021.
Whooped her
She was
ass
already in rarefied
with her
company as being
arrogant ass.
only one of two
Maybe
people
she'll
to
take
have
a
won
humble
back-to-back
pie
100
now.
and 200 Olympic
You know.
doubles. That, of
Oh
course,
my
Usain Bolt.
See,
This
they
kind of performance
Them Jamaicans ain't no joke, man. I'm trying to tell people, man.
is what we saw in
You know, you
Tokyo
see how
being
she's
tied.
congratulating. You know, she's going to her people,
In the race, and she's
going to her family, I think.
Listen,
What was your expectation as you came out here today to face these
Now look,
ladies from the
now
Olympic
look at
Games?
this.
Today, it was a great return.
How is it a great return that you got butt naked last? Now listen to this, okay? You got butt naked last. And this just goes to show you the bias of the media too. Why wouldn't you interview the winner instead of interviewing the one who came in butt naked last? But let's go.
Back to the sport. I wanted to be able to come and perform. Having a month off, dealing with all I was dealing with.
Listen, everybody goes through every emotion when they're trying to pursue something great. Okay, you have outside things going on, and then you have the goal ahead of you going on. So saying that dealing with all that I was dealing with is no excuse for you getting your ass whooped. This is your job. You're supposed to be ready at your job. This is your profession. Okay, but let's continue.
Not upset at myself at all.
That's right.
You see how arrogant it is? Instead of giving respect to the winner and saying kudos to the winner, I need to go back to the drawing board and see what went wrong. She makes it about her. And she's butt naked last. But let's go.
This is one race. I'm not done. You know what I'm capable of.
Yeah, capable of smoking some blunts. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. What happens with these, like a lot of these American runners, what happens is that they hype them up at the beginning, and then they end up falling into oblivion most of the time because they put so much pressure and they put so many expectations on them, and they don't let them grow. You know, they think that those people are the finished products right now. You know, that's what they think most of the time. So this is why you have this happen. But let's continue.
Help me out if you want to. Talk all the shit you want.
You see how mad she is? Yo. Listen. People, there's gonna be critics. I have critics, you know, and I haven't even reached my pinnacle. And I still got critics, okay? Your job is to shut those critics out and not even acknowledge those critics. Your job is to keep your head and stay 10 toes down. And do what you need to do. You know, if I was really into tattoos, I would get the quote, took it higher than they ever seen. Niggas, what did he say? Took it higher than they ever seen. Niggas' pessimism ain't affecting me. You know, I would tattoo those on me. But you see how she's like snapping right now? And again, no disrespect, but this is definition of ratchet. But let's continue. Sorry for the helicopter too. That thing is like stupid, swerving around. But let's continue.
I'm here to stay. I'm not done. I'm the sixth fastest woman in this game ever.
Oh my God. You're not even top 5 fastest though. And you're talking about you're the 6th fastest woman. Come on. You haven't done anything yet, bruh. You haven't even won a medal yet. You just got your ass whooped by Jamaicans, and an African whooped your ass too. Come on now. Chill out. Let's continue.
Ain't nobody ever take that from me. Congratulations to the winners.
Look at them girls in the back. They like,
You know, they're looking at her like, and as they should, you know, Shirley Ann Fraser Price, the one in the back, she was actually second. And she's actually smiling at her like, yeah, look at her. Look at this girl snapping off. You know what I mean? Because she was talking a lot of shit before. You know, she was talking all this shit before. You know what I mean? Talking all this shit. And then, you know, there's a saying, you talk big and you shit small. And that's what she did. You know? Let's continue.
all that talking.
Thank you, Sha'Carri.
Thanks, Lewis, and we do apologize for the colorful language from Sha'Carri, but
I tried to tell.
Yeah, you know, let me see if I can find the other part of the interview. But this girl is toxic, and this just reinforces my point.
This is what we've
This just reinforces.
been waiting for right here.
Hold on, just a minute. This just reinforces my point in why you're as a black man, you're under no obligation to approach these black American women. Sha'Carri Stevenson or Richardson has proven our point. Just imagine approaching this woman. Imagine approaching this woman like outside of competition, how nasty she would be. You know what I mean? Like, just imagine like how, like, just saying, hey, what's up? How are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, imagine saying something like that, right? And you know what I mean? Like, it would be, she would probably snap at you like an alligator, for real. And you see her smiling, chilling, relaxing. You see Shelly Ann Fraser, relaxed, chilling, you know. You see what I mean? Wholesome. You know what I mean? You see Elaine, she chilling, she relaxed and stuff like that. You can already tell she was stiff. She was already feeling the pressure that a lot of black Americans put on her, you know what I mean? And that a lot of, believe it or not, white Americans put on her too, you know? You see how chill she is? Smiling, chill, relaxed, and stuff like that. You see my African sister from Cote d'Ivoire, chill, relax. You know what I mean? Shout outs to Mary Jose Toulouse. She chill, relaxed. You know, I actually, we talk sometimes on the Snapchat. You know, just African brother talking to African sister. You know what I mean? There's the girl from the Swiss. She's Swiss, and then there goes the other Jamaican, Brianna Williams. She chilling. You know, kind of like casual smile, but got her game face on. You know, but let's go to the interview.
This is the showdown that everyone.
Oh, this is the showdown, son.
Let's go to the interview, though.
Nah, smoke the weed.
Okay, here we go. Let's see.
Yeah, look at her. The hype train. You
Hold on, let me see. I gotta find it. There's another part.
see her go by it? That was. Oh, where's my remote? I need.
Hold on, let me find it. I need to find the interview. But yeah, that just goes to show you how toxic Black American women are, bro. At the end of the day, it's sad to say that they're some of the most toxic people in the world. And you may say, oh, Fula, you're bashing Black women. How am I bashing Black women when they expose themselves? What are you talking about?
That was the greatest. Oh, period.
Here we go.
It wasn't a great return.
Having a month off.
Uh-huh.
Dealing with all I was dealing with.
Uh-huh.
I'm not upset at myself at all.
That's right.
This is one race.
Yeah, here comes the cuss.
You know what I'm capable of. Carry out if you want to. Talk all the shit you want.
Okay, yeah, that it looks like that was it. But yeah, you can just tell that, you know, she's setting herself up for failure, because even at the beginning of Usain Bolt's career, many people don't know that Usain Bolt, he was actually going to quit running. He wanted to quit, you know what I mean? But because he, you know, at the beginning, he wasn't running how he is right now. You know, he wasn't running like that, right? When he won before the gold medals and things like that, he wasn't running that fast. You know what I mean? So he took his lumps, he took his L's. You know what I mean? But he stayed down. You know, he stayed down, he stayed quiet, and he just kept on working. You know, what I gotta say about Sha'Carri is she's not doing Black women any favors. And also what she's doing is that people, you know, believe it or not, let me see if I can find it on Instagram. Hold on. Let me look real quick. Let me go to the gram real quick. I think I saw it. Let me see. Yeah, right here. When you have girls dressing like this, you know, when you have girls dressing like this and stuff like that, you know your influence is far reaching. So with this being said, she's developing a new generation of toxic women. You know what I mean? And it's sad, bro. It's very sad. So the sum of this video, basically, the sum of this breakdown was a twofold. It was just to show that, you know, you have to have good technique in track and field in order for you to run great. You can't just like come out the blocks and stand straight up like Sha'Carri did, and you can't be stiff as Sha'Carri did. She was stiff as it seemed like she was holding in a fart the way she was running. Whereas you look at Shelly Ann, you look at Elaine Thompson, she was relaxed, smooth, calm, controlled. You know what I mean? But you know, to my Black brothers, I would suggest that again, you don't approach these Black American women at all. Don't approach any Western women for that matter. You know, don't approach them. Starve them out. You know, because believe it or not, Black American women get their sense of entitlement and get their toxicity from their white counterparts, as do the Latin American ones, and as do the Asians who are raised here as well, as do the African continental Africans who were raised here as well, and as do the Caribbean women who were raised here as well. You know, it all stems from like one source, and it's the white sense of entitlement. But this just goes to show you, you know, the fact that they didn't interview the winner of the race goes to show you that they're banking so much on this girl, on Sha'Carri, that she, you know, I think America has gotten to the point where she can pretty much act like that. She can pretty much lose races, but because the ratchetness sells, the toxicity sells, they're gonna allow her to do this. You know, Nike knows that now this is going to bring revenue, because what's going to happen now is that young black girls are going to see this and they're going to be like, yeah, you know what? I want to wear Nike now. You know, yeah, you know what? She's allowed to have a stank attitude. I think I want to just follow in her footsteps. So let me just start by Nike. You know what I mean? So this allows them to do that. But yeah, Sha'Carri's a prime example of like why you don't need to waste time with these Black American women. And I'm gonna say something else. I want to say one last thing. Don't let Black American women fault you out of dating or marrying outside of the marrying outside Black. What I mean by outside Black, don't let a Black American woman like fault you or condemn you for marrying a Afro-Brazilian, a Afro-Dominican, an Afro-Venezuelan, an Afro-Peruvian, let's say, if there's even Afro-Nicaraguan, you know, there's Afro-Guatemalan, there's Afro-Salvadorian. You know, of course, we have the Caribbean as well, where there's a significant Black population there. Continental Africa, of course. You also have in the Arab world where you have Black Kuwaitis, Black Saudi women. They're not visible, but they're there. Don't get it twisted. You have Black Qataris, Black Omanis as well. You know, you have all of that selection. So don't let a Black American woman fault you if you decide that, you know what, this isn't for me. I need to marry another form of Black. You know what I mean? Don't let them fault you, because even me being African, but I guess since I'm here in America, they try to fault me when I said, nah, like one Black American woman, I said, no, I'm not going to date you. You know, I just straight out said, I'm not going to date you, you know. And she got mad. I said, because I said I'm a traditional nigga and I need a traditional woman, you know, that comes from where I come from, or comes from like a place where traditions are still alive. She got mad. She said, oh, well, you're here in America anyway, so you can't accept our culture. And I'm like, you know, I can be here, but I don't have to be of it. You know, that's one of the words I said. I said I can be here, but it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be of here, you know. And because I'm not of here, I'm looked at as weird, strange, and stuff like that, which is no problem. And the outburst of Sha'Carri just shows that there's deeper things going on. You know what I mean? And so this goes back to Black Mind's video. Shout outs to him. That when you do, or if you decide to approach a Western Black woman or a Western woman in general, you're dealing with a broken woman already who's done everything, basically. But anyhow, man, that's all I got for now. Leave your thoughts and leave your comments. Fool is signing out. Like and subscribe to the video. And I'm out. Njada, I'm out.